Hi, my name's Sean Day, and I'm the director over at Blue Skies Recruiting. I want to talk to you about a revolutionary third option that you have that has changed the recruiting industry for small businesses around the country. How did we stumble into this? My background very quickly is I have been self-employed for about 35 years. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio area, and I had a mortgage company for 10 years. I owned a cleaning company for 20 years and sold it to Blue Sky Services back in 2015. We got together, we bought some other cleaning companies and other types of companies. We bought a company near St. Louis, Missouri. When we bought it, the owners retired. 15 of their employees walked out on us the next week. As a leadership team, Blue Skies and I got together, we decided we wanted to become world-class at recruiting just for our own companies that we owned and operated. At the time, we did not envision doing this for anybody else. We put together an automated recruiting system where we are never short-staffed. I mean, never, not even in the worst labor markets, which we've seen over the last several years past COVID. And so what had happened was we were having conversations and having a beer or dinner with friends that own businesses and colleagues of ours in different groups and coaching groups and affiliates and so on, and at conventions. And they would ask us how we're recruiting. We would tell them, and all of a sudden, long story short, we are now recruiting for thousands and have recruited for thousands of small businesses around the country in about 33 different states or so. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it. In this video, I'm going to cover a couple things. Number one, no longer do we have just two choices for recruiting services for small businesses. We have an entirely new, affordable pricing model that we're going to present to you here. And we're going to talk about why our service works and why it's such a huge value for you. There used to be two choices in the recruiting industry where you can go hire and get some help for finding workers and employees. Number one, direct hire recruiting services. One of the major problems with them is they have huge fees, huge commission fees. They will charge you 15 to 30% of the first year's annual salary of any position you're trying to fill. So if you're trying to hire a salesperson for $100,000 a year, the price on that is going to roughly be about $30,000 for that one hire. Most small businesses can't afford that. That's an enormous expense for one hire. It's not affordable. It sometimes and often can take months and months and months for them to find that one person for you to actually have that position filled for you. They're highly motivated by commission. They don't make a dime unless you hire somebody. There is enormous competition out there. There are just tens of thousands of recruiting companies and hundreds of thousands of recruiters and individual and recruiters that are out there working out of their home and so on and so forth. Just a huge amount of competition. So a lot of the people that middle and larger companies are recruiting for, those people are getting just pounded with emails, text messages, phone calls with recruiter after recruiter after recruiter. That's a problem. The second option was staffing agencies, or what we call temp agencies. This business model naturally invites job hoppers and maybe a little bit less quality type of employee. It's geared more towards perhaps blue collar type of workers, but it really is geared towards temporary help to fill in a position quickly, maybe for seasonality, or you're in a bind, or you got one new project. And there's a lot of things that can be good about that, but it is very expensive. It's terrible for your culture, though. If you've got some A employees that are full-time, they've been with you, and all of a sudden you need 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 temp people, that's a nightmare for your culture. Don't expect temporary people from staffing agencies to adhere to your culture. They are horrible, horrible for your current employees. You pay fees based on one employee or each employee that you get from the staffing agency. So that can be very expensive. And there's almost no control on who's coming into your office. The staffing agency does all the vetting, everything. They call you, say, I've got somebody, and you take them. And, good luck after that. So there's some disadvantages there. Let's talk about the Blue Skies business model, which is revolutionary. The first revolutionary thing about it is that it's a subscription fee based. So you pay a monthly fee, a very low monthly fee for unlimited hires. You can stop anytime, no long-term commitments or agreements, no long-term traps. It's a lot like having your own full-time recruiting department. It's like getting a full-time recruiting department, and our prices range from as low as $150 upwards to almost $997 per month. Stop anytime, unlimited hires for each job title that you're looking for. Unlimited hires, unlimited applications. Your only job in all of this is to interview and hire the qualified people that we vet, we screen, and we assess, and we invite them to schedule an interview with you based on your availability. So the only thing you do is make sure you show up to that interview and hire. Interview and hire. We do all the rest for you. So as we begin to, and over time, add new client after new client after new client, all we're doing is adding you onto the automated recruiting system that my team of recruiters and sourcers and professionals, and account managers, customer service people, we've got decades of experience in recruiting employees over the years. We are basically adding new companies onto a system that already works beautifully for companies like ours, small businesses around the country. I continue to hire new professionals and grow my recruiting business. You do not have to worry about hiring or worrying about taking all the time to figure out what's going on in the recruiting world, all the new technologies, all the new automations, what's going on with Google, what's going on with Indeed and job platforms and LinkedIn. We'll handle all that for you. It's a lot like hiring a recruiting director. The difference is you need to pay a recruiting director about $80,000 to $100,000 a year. You have to pay us a few $100s a month. Stop anytime. We provide a huge amount of value as part of our service as well. That's included. We do a labor market report for you where we will research your labor market, see what the competition's up to. Are your wages in line? Who's getting the most clicks? What sort of keywords and job titles are best suited? We'll handle all of that for you. We'll put it all together. We put everything together, the strategy. We'll post jobs. We'll do everything for you. We handle it in our CRM, our application tracking system. So you get an application tracking system included with the pricing. But you don't have to do a thing. Just show up to the interview and hire, show up to the interview and hire. We have some screening questions that are data-driven questions. So we've got a lot of automation, a lot of data-driven questions that uncover all kinds of different behaviors. We've got some that'll determine or help us determine if they're going to last long with our company or not. And there's just a whole array of things that we do to vet, screen, and assess employees. So you don't have to waste a second on unqualified candidates. We use all kinds of different job boards, social media. We've got artificial intelligence. We've got databases that are roughly $10,000 and $15,000 a year to subscribe to for most people. We conduct resume searches. We've got automated texting. We've got automated emails that are going out to passive job candidates. A passive job candidate may not be looking for a job, but surveys tell us that those people not looking for a job, they tell us that 80% of them, if they were tapped on the shoulder and a job came towards them or came to them, they would consider the possibility of applying for that job. 80% of the people that are not actively looking for a job tell us that. Blue Sky's automated recruiting system. We have all kinds of automation, so we do things very quickly. It takes less than 5 minutes in most cases, depending on the job title and job position. But in most cases, from the time they see a job or they are in touch with us, or they see a job online somewhere in digital marketing world, a job platform, social media, whatever it may be, the time they see it, click on it, read, answer all of our questions, go through screening, vetting, and all of that, schedule an interview, all of that takes less than 5 minutes. That's how automated we are. Again, data-driven questions. We find out if they're going to last long or not with your company. We've got different questions we ask for that. We've got a system and a strategy we call the ABC plan. Always be recruiting. We make sure you are never short-staffed again. It's a must-see, revolutionary automated recruiting system. We ask a bunch of data-driven questions. I'll talk about several of these when we go through them on our demo, should you sign up for a demo. We also have a bunch of free content out there. We've got a group, a podcast, a Facebook group, a podcast. We're on YouTube Live, all kinds of different social media. And the name of the show on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, that could change. We have a group or a podcast called Hire, Lead, and Chill. And we bring on guests, and I've been fortunate and blessed enough to meet thousands of business owners, and I am convinced the business owners that master what I call the 3 pillars of business success, which is recruiting, leadership, and culture. You master those 3 things, and I'm telling you now, I can almost guarantee you're going to have growth that goes past anything you've ever possibly imagined. And that's all free content for our clients. I'm the host of it. I've got over 30 years experience as a small business owner. We've operated many different businesses. Again, Hire, Lead, and Chill. Bunch of free content. I'll help you with your culture. I'll help you with your leadership, and we will help you master recruiting in one way, shape, or form. Again, my name's Sean Day. I am with Blue Sky Services. I'm the director. And go ahead and scan. If you want to set up a demo right here, the blue scan, that'll get you to my calendar where you can set up a demo. If you scan the middle one here, that's our Facebook group. That'll get you in touch with the group you can join, the Hire, Lead, and Chill, where we talk about recruiting, leadership, and culture. And you also have access to the podcast. Here's our phone number at the office and our website, www.yourblueskyservices.com. Anybody that sets up a demo will be able to look at this video so that the demo goes much quicker. We can get to more serious things, pricing, service options, so on and so forth. Thank you very much. Take good care, and I wish you the best of luck.